Hello everyone, it's Mish here and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for popping in, and if you are one of my returning crafty friends and kindred spirits, I thank you so much for all your love and support. Today will be another week in the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge, and to find out more information you can go on Margarete Miller's website, or you can find the prompts in her Etsy shop as Mellow Miller. And today is going to be week 6, so that would be hashtag 2025 CWP6. The prompts we're looking for are an animal with fur, text in a foreign language, a torn piece of paper with an interesting edge, a product label or packaging, a calendar page or date square, and bonus is a ribbon or washi tape. Now, somebody asked me kind of where I start when I look at the prompts and how I go about trying to make the collage. And as you know, if you do watch me, I do like to do some kind of a theme, or at least have the prompts related in some way or be in the background. When I looked at these prompts, the thing that stood out to me first was an animal with fur, because the text in a foreign language, the torn piece of paper, the packaging, the calendar, to me they were more background or accents to what would probably be my focal point. And I was thinking, well, what kind of interesting animal, or what do I love? And then I was going through, I do keep a little bin here, which I've shown from time to time. It's got it at the dollar store. I don't know how big it is. It's probably 10 inches long by 6 wide. And I've just made little index cards from, just tab cards from cardstock and my labeler. And any little images that I find, whether it's from a magazine or offcuts of something, or I don't even know where I got it, I stick it into like a little category. When I first saw that prompt, I looked in my little images, and this guy came out, and I absolutely love pandas. On my Instagram, when I look through Instagram, I generally look at animal stuff, it makes me happy and not depressing. And the little ones with the panda bears, they always make me laugh. And initially, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm going to do my spread around this little panda bear. However, I then went about, and I looked at this last week, kind of thinking maybe I would do 2 last weekend, but it just didn't have enough time. And so I also have out on my little stand thing out in the living room, a daily calendar. Now, last year it was Marjolaine Baston. I couldn't find a daily calendar in Marjolaine. Now, Mel, thank you so much. She did send me a week at a glance, and I'm loving having that beside my chair, which eventually I'll start to use some images from that as well. But when I was tearing off the sheets this week, I felt, oh, this is what I want my focal point to be. So I just kind of put my little bear aside and thought, I just didn't really think that went with my spread. And in February 1st, I started a Whole30 dietary change, which is just whole foods, meaning there's no dairy, there's no grain type products, there's very little anything processed. Basically, I'm eating whole proteins, chicken, fish, whatever. I can have bacon, I can't have sugar, and a lot of bacons have sugar. I'm not a big bacon eater anyway, and so I've been mainly eating your prawns, chicken. That's kind of the main things that I've been zeroing in on for the past, how many days? 8 days. And then any vegetables and any fruit. So I've been kind of concentrating on that. And then I read, and I forget what day this one was for. This one might have been for, excuse me. I think this one was for the 1st and 2nd, so I cut that bit off. And I think this was for the 8th and 9th. However, when I read it, and suddenly it's time to start something new and trust the magic of new beginnings, I really felt this is what I needed to put in my in my collage for this week, even as a reminder as I'm going through that this is a magical time. And if any of you are struggling, maybe now is your time, even though sometimes new beginnings can be very hard, that trust the magic of the new beginning. And that's why I kind of thought, well, I'm going to do this. So these are going to be sort of my focal points. Then I looked at my animal with fur. And incidentally, I had gone to the dollar store. I haven't been going there much lately. And these washi stickers, I found some of these washi stickers, which I thought were just so adorable. And of course, they have little chesters and little bunnies. I'm going to avoid the bunnies because Easter's coming up, or spring, and I always want to kind of do bunnies around the spring. So I thought, well, I'm going to use that as my fur. And then, right, so next thing is a torn piece of paper. And this one was actually sitting on my desk. And I always love the little notebook spiral edges, so I'm going to use that. And then I just have a couple pieces of pattern scrap paper that were torn, and kind of thinking maybe something like this as a rough, kind of something like that. And then I have this book, this French novel. So I've torn a piece out of that, which is going to go with this collage. Packaging. Now I have this foil, and I believe, it wasn't from the Lindor, I don't think. Might have been. I can't remember. It wasn't a Ferrero Rocher, so I'm not really sure where it came from. But I'm going to put this either as just a frame or something, because I want to put some gold accents with the washi tape. Okay, and I'm just trying to smooth that out a little bit. Okay. And then I'm thinking that I might just want to do, because that's got a torn edge too, that's just kind of interesting, because it's torn. But I was kind of thinking maybe do, it's hard to pick up on camera. Shiny stuff is always hard to pick up on camera. What I think I will do is I'm going to cut a triangle, and I'll have that, yeah, I like that. I'll have that at the top there, like so. All right, that's coming along. And then my calendar page, we have everything but the ribbon or washi. Now I'm going to just try to, I was kind of thinking that maybe we need a little something on that side. And the reason that I'm thinking that is we've got sort of white on white. And it'd be kind of nice, or actually, this was sitting on my desk. I think it's too big, that's a shame. I just want to put something there. And I have all kinds of scraps here. Let's see what we can come up with. What about this piece of something? Kind of like that, and it keeps to the overall tone. And we only need a little piece that we can either tuck this way to make it a little bit lighter, or we can tuck it this way. It's almost actually the same color as that. I like it this way. We can just put that in there to make it more interesting. I could even tear the edge. Problem is that this pink doesn't really go. Now that I have that on there, that pink doesn't really go with that. What else do we have here? Maybe like a shade of green. I'm just rooting through my stuff here. I could just use another piece of this, and then I would draw the sides together. Let's see. If I put, yeah, I like how that ends up. But what I think I want to do is I want to tear this. like so. Yeah, I like that better. That's the general gist of what's going to happen here. And I want these three things to go together with this underneath it. So let's put those aside for a second. And we'll work on this top collage. The thing that needs to go down first is this. And do I like it like that? Yes, but just a little shorter. Okay. Like so. Perfect. Just going to use my tape runners to get that edge down as I run out. And I'm thinking I want this relatively towards the top. And I'm thinking that this might go right about there, which I think would work. Might be a little bit high. I'm not sure I can pull that down now, but what I can do is I can just cut a piece off that. Okay. And then that will work there, right? And then this piece, I do want this out to the edge. We'll get that down. And I'm thinking if this is going to be about there, I want it, I don't like things that are really equal across the tops. Those two seem relatively equal, but this isn't going to be. And that's fine. I am going to leave a spot for my prompt. And I just want to wait for that to see if anything else is going to go underneath there, but I don't think it is. This is going to go about there, I think. Okay. Right, so I get this down. It's a gorgeous day here in Halifax. We had, 2 days ago, I woke up and it was around minus 24 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. I think it's around like minus 1 degree Fahrenheit. Not really sure. And I woke up in the morning and it was minus 24. And I went to bed that night and it was about plus 4. That's how our temperature varies in the wintertime. But that was fine. And it was just a gorgeous day that day. Oop, I know what I was going to put underneath there. It's this little thing. Which I've got enough space there now to put that there. I just want to get it straight. Like, probably, you might hear Chester snoring. He just got up and turned in a circle and now he's fast asleep. It's amazing how fast he can go off for a nap. God love the little guy. That might not be exactly straight, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so we've got that down. Now, yeah, it's not bad. Then this will go down next. I just want to get, I'm going to have to use a little bit of, I just use Elmer's glue. And for some reason it's been plugging up, which I usually don't have much trouble with it unless I don't put the top on it properly. Then I get a little bit of issues with it. Now this morning when I woke up, it's a lovely clear day. It's about minus, I think it's around minus 4, but it feels like minus 8 maybe. And I got up and I wasn't going to, but I ran to Michael's. Oops. And I wanted, you were saying about the Tim Holtz stuff being on sale. And I didn't think that, I wasn't sure about it at my store, but yeah, not all of them, but a lot of the Distress Oxide ink pads, and just going to use, I think glue would work well here. Some of the delusional sprays and things were all really good price, like marked quite down. I ended up getting a paper pad for my, since last fall, I've been wanting to do a certain themed junk journal, which I'm going to work on. And then I want to show you some happy mail at the end from Chris. And I bought a paper pad that would go with what she has sent me for another journal. Now the journal for that, I'm going to do more towards the summer. I think that'll be like a summer journal. Now I need to be careful with this. And Lisa, since you're a bit of a Hawkeye, you're probably thinking, where's your trim on that one? And I think with this one here, I'm going to put the trim about there, because this is going to go about there. I just want to make this a little bit less. Cut a little bit off the bottom. Okay, and then we'll get some trim down. You can use whatever adhesive you like. I know a lot of people use the glue sticks, which are fine. I personally just find them a little bit messy for me. But the other thing we need to get down before we put this down is we need to put down our text in a foreign language. Okay, so we'll get that down somewhere roughly around here, I think. Good. Then we'll get this down. Just chatting, not paying attention. That's what happens when I forget stuff as I get talking. And okay, I'm gonna go over my beginnings, my word beginnings, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm gonna make that a little bit thinner there. And maybe a little bit thinner on this side, but just enough that I'll see an accent when I turn the page, which is fine. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to pull that over about there. Make sure it's a bit straight. Okay, so I've got that down now. And I have a place for my prompt. Okay, and then so now we need our animals. And I'm thinking that I really love these little guys standing in a row. I can get them off here. I thought they were stickers you had to cut out, and then I tried one, and they're actually already pre-cut. And I want to get this like right here. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so we have our little furry animals. I do want to also put some washi tape down. So I think I'll do that before I put the rest of my animals down. I have this washi tape that says, "Oh, happy day." And if you want to know how the Whole30 is going, it is going very well. The first few days, as predicted, were very rough. I had really bad headache and I was really exhausted, more so than normal. And but then after that, I've had quite a bit of energy, which is great. So I'm really hoping that I don't lose faith, because the Whole30 is more an elimination diet, where with my arthritis and stuff, I've just wanted to find if my diet over Christmas was just not great. I'm going to admit that. And I think that there is a link between diet and between our health, for sure. Besides that, I need to lose a few pounds, so this, for me, was a great option. I often do keto in January, February. I was really late getting started on something this January. There's just so much going on. And the thing I've often really not liked about the keto is eliminating the fruits. I just really love eating fruit. And especially in the evening now, where I've often craved something sweet in the evening, I'll have a couple pieces of fruit, like a nectarine or an orange. This time of year, I'm always gravitating towards the orange. I think it has to do with like vitamin C and All right, so this is where we're getting along. Now I have this here. And I was thinking about putting another little kitty there, or that little little cup of kitties. That's so cute. But I also have these, and these are washi, so they would kind of go with the washi theme. And I think I'm really going to go with one of these. Like right here. Because I really like that. Which I think, and then that just leaves me a little spot up here to do something else with. Now, I have pulled out, I could put one of these, I could put him kind of off there. I could also just put, I have some more flowers, not in things, just, I thought this was a really cute set. Oh, here. I have just some flowers, and they kind of match my theme. I'm going to use this one, I think. And then I thought I would bring it all together with just a little bit of stamping. And I think that we'll call that a day. We have our animal. We have lots of little furry animals. We have our foreign language text. We have some torn paper, packaging label, calendar squares, and we have our washi. So we have everything there we need to. And I have these stamps already pulled out from last week. Really loving this stamp set. And I thought, okay, I'm going to just go ahead and do some of this. You don't need a Stampin' Block. I find that the thing by not using a Stampin' Block is it allows you to target some places that you might want to put some writing. Like there. Right? And then I already have out a couple of my ink blots. And I'm going to use this brown potting soil for a couple of these little ink blots. Make it look like I was working on this and writing a letter with my quill pen. And I got some little blobbies. And I also want to do a couple little couple little coffee rings. And it's good to cluster your stamps. So it draws the eye around to the clusters. Okay, I'm happy with that one. And I'm thinking maybe one just a wee little bit bigger, not huge. I'm adjusting to a smaller format. Where last year I used, if you remember, I used the big book, which I absolutely love the big book. I still love looking through that book. And I just need to tack down a couple little spots here, and then that's it. That's our collage for this week. I did want to show you some Happy Mail, and I also wanted to show you a little bit of a peek preview to the next video that I'm going to try to get out. I'm going to try to do today. Now this video, I'm going to put this out tomorrow on Sunday. It is Saturday. But the Happy Mail that I got from Chris, and I'm ever so thankful, is she bought an actual printed kit from Angela Kerr. And the printed kit was Anne of Green Gables themed. And it does, this whole kit allows you to make a couple little folios or a couple little albums and then a bigger album. And that's a project that if you'd be interested in seeing me put the folios and stuff together to make a couple little journals, then just let me know in the comments and we'll work on that. And then I'll do some stuff around that. So thank you, Chris, so much. It's just very generous of you, my crafty friend. And yeah, so thank you so much. Now that's that. And then the other thing I wanted to show is my February bullet journal. Now, I have mentioned this before, and I have been doing some work in it already. This is a kit that I got. This book came with a kit that I purchased off Amazon. I wasn't really sure how the pages were gonna stand up. I think the whole kit was like $30. You got your journal, which is your dot bullet journal. You a pack of stencils and a pack of markers and some washi tape, which just a fantastic deal. I'll see if I can put the product in the description box below. I think it's 120 GSM, but so I started out, and this was, I know I was going to be doing the whole 30, and I just wanted to do a January in review, as I was already kind of through January. I've done some February, some things that I can do, just some chore trackers, some doodles, all kinds, Dutch doors and stuff. What I want to do in my next video is I want to add some more Dutch doors and some more pages because I'm running out of my weeks. So just a little heads up, if that's something you'd be interested in, I'm hoping to get that posted on Monday. But I hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, I'd love a like and subscribe. I was really a little bit down this last week with YouTube because I don't often check how many people are subscribed. I'm very happy with the quality of my viewers, you guys who make a point of putting in your comments. We have friendships have developed, so I'm really happy about that. But when I went to look on to do some comments last night, I noticed I'd lost 10 subscribers, and that just seems a lot to me in one go. I'm hoping that I haven't said something that might have offended you, like anything. I don't, Canada and the US, I'm not political in that sense. I do have my opinions. I am a little worried, but I don't want this to be about rants and stuff like that. So I've tried to keep that out. Now, I know sometimes YouTube just unsubscribes people. I've heard this with my friends who have YouTube channels, but I mean, I don't know. But if I have done something or you feel that I could change in some way, then don't hesitate to let me know in the comments, or you can always send me an email, which is always in the description box below. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to get that off my chest. I hope you guys stay safe and well. You are in my prayers. And until we meet again, bye for now.